Talk to me, show me all that hurts you deep. Soak my shirt in all your tears, so I can talk with you. Breathe to me, tales of things that haunt your dreams. Set the brush and paint the scene, so I can breathe with you. The gravel spikes your feet, the cloth wraps on your knees. So darling, when the rain comes crashing in, I'll be right here and listen to you sing. Shout to me what they made you out to be. First class and start to scream, so I can shout with you. Cry to me, rivers that will raise the sea, creeks of pain and apathy, so I can cry with you. The gravel spikes your feet, the glove wraps on your knees. So darling, when you're deafened by the noise, I'll be right here and listen to your voice.
Good morning. It is Monday, July 29th, and this is week 2 of my streaming journey where I stream my day trading sessions live. Welcome everyone, anyone. So market just open. Going to go over a couple things before we start to look at the charts. Prepared some quick notes. We'll get started. Look at that market fall. A couple things I wanted to go over just to set the day up properly. Obviously, there's risk involved in trading, and you should only trade money you are prepared to lose. You can pause the video here, play back later, or and read it if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and move forward. So today on the news calendar, we don't really have much. We have Dallas Fed Manufacturing Business Index at 10:30. It's low impact news. And then we have some T-bill releases at 11:30. U.S. month bill high yield, U.S. 6-month bill bid to cover, and U.S. 3-month bill bid to cover. Not much on the news calendar today, so we'll probably won't see a whole lot of volatility based on news, at least. And then these are some key levels that I'll be watching today. These are key levels that I do have marked on my chart. So first level, and this is one that I trade off of quite frequently, is settlement. So this is the close from the previous day. Previous day would have been July 26th, Friday, and that level was 19,174.50. We also have previous high and previous low a day. Previous high day being 19,297.75. Previous low day 18,995. Other levels that I look at are previous value area. Yes, we are open. Previous value area for the U.S. session. So the value area high on Friday was 19,191.50. The volume point of control was 19,175, very close to that settlement area. And the value area low for Friday was 19,085.25. And for your higher time frame ranges, looking at the previous week high and low, and then the previous month high and low. So previous week being 20,084.75, and the previous week low is 18,883.25. Previous monthly range, previous month high being 20,371, and previous month low 18,696.50. Those are levels that I have marked on my charts and that I will watch and look for reactions as price approaches those. Looking at the earnings calendar, I don't really see anything big on earnings. McDonald's is the only big name that's reporting after the bell. Actually, I shouldn't say big name, but McDonald's, Lowe's, I don't really see anybody else that's well-known name, so none of the Mag 7 or FANG stocks are reporting today, so should be relatively quiet day market-wise, unless it's not. Let's look at the charts. So I do want to point out that I generally do not trade the first 15 minutes of the session, of the U.S. session. So from 9:30 to 9:45, I tend to sit here and watch price, let it settle down, from the chaos that tends to occur at the open. And at 9:45, that's usually when I start to look for entries. I am copy trading two 250K accounts. These accounts are available from Apex Trader Funding. There is a sale that is going on that is good through July 31st. %80 off and 1 day to pass. Mic check. How's it sound? I think I see what I did. How about now? Yeah. Sorry about that. I had the mic level on my streaming software reduced. So. Working the bugs out. All right. Thank you. Thanks for the feedback. You hear any background noise other than the voice and the music? No fan noises, anything like that? Those aren't mine then. Mine are sleeping. Good, good. Okay. 4 minutes away from being freed up to take a trade. Let's look and see what But they definitely have a bullish lean to the market the overnight session. That's a 60-minute chart. Oh yeah, just pierced it. Right here. So this high, 390.50. That could be the draw. We've already swept the previous day's high. Or actually, we've already run it. We are trading above it. So. Yep. That is. That's a monthly chart. You can see in the longer term trend, we're still, this would just be considered a retracement in this longer trend. Here we start to see a little bit of break of structure as we drop down to the weekly chart. See, that trend line is that channel was broken through on the weekly, and on the daily we had a break of this up channel. we're calling this the bottom of the channel for now. And then we might see price this week start to move up towards the upper range of this trend channel down. So it's a longer term analysis. We'll keep an eye on those levels. Four-hour chart, we're poking into that fair value gap. You get this high, which could be magnet for price. Trying to draw that. Like I said, that's 390.50. We can probably go ahead and mark that just to So now we'll just keep an eye on that level. Retesting Friday's high right now. You have today's volume point of control right above that. So lately, I've been taking maybe 5 to 7 trades a day, with that being the low end, with 4 or 5 being the low end on any given day. And I know in previous or in times past, I used to take a ton of trades a day. I kept thinking I had to be in the market all the time to find success, and honestly, the opposite is probably truer. Got to be patient, look for your entry, and choose only high quality setups to give yourself as much of an edge as possible. So, if you're expecting a lot of trades, if you're watching this back and you're expecting to see a lot of trades, I don't want to disappoint, but you'll probably be disappointed because I don't take a lot of trades, not anymore. This whole experiment here with the live streaming is one, to journal my trades so that I can look back and learn from my mistakes and my successes, and two, to teach myself patience. And three, of course, is to share with anyone who's interested.
Order submitted.
The same mistakes. Programmed to beat you.
City's gonna tell you the tale. Everyone was left in the veil. My time won't come to an end. Take a look around, it's a war zone. The damage is already done. Take a look around, it's a war zone. The damage is already done. Take a look around and keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting. I'm back to the bone. I'm blood on my knees. I'm back for my life, I'm fighting. Take a look around and keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting. And I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. And I'll be fighting.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order canceled.
So only the first first target got hit. I do tend to protect quickly on these trades. So the reasoning for that particular trade was this was a wick test. So you had this reversal with this wick at the top. When this candle engulfs that, what I look for is a retest of the high of this wick for a move up. So I was able to get my first set of targets off. Looks like it would have probably worked even beyond that, but I generally don't like to give back once I've started taking profit, so I'm a little bit more conservative with my stop management in that respect, which is kind of odd because I do tend to let trades go against me and give them a lot of room before they take profit. So never said I was smart. The other reason for trying to manage that stop a little tighter is you did get a new high on this candle and it did start to reverse. So this being still within the first 1 hour of the day, you don't know if that's putting in the high of the day, and then you don't want to see it go against you all the way back to the lows. So I'm happy with that, the way it played out. Yeah, I would have loved to get all the targets hit, but I'm comfortable with my decision there. So like I said earlier, I am copy trading two 250K accounts from Apex Trader Funding. I am using the micro NASDAQ contracts, so MNQ, and the current contract month is September 24. My position size is generally 10 contracts unless I'm going to scalp it. And I usually do that when I'll cut my position down in half if I'm going to scalp against the predominant trend of the day. But most of my trades, you'll see I'll enter 10 contracts. My settings for my ATM strategy are here. So I do take 3 off at 43 ticks, 3 off at 83 ticks, 3 off at 123, and then I leave the final runner for 163. Depending on what levels I do see on the chart or what the price action looks like, I will move that final runner up, farther away, or down closer in a long trend, and the opposite in a short trend. How's the stream quality? The chart clear? Is the video clear? Yes, big bars. So now, see how this candle engulfs the previous candle? Could be moving down here. So we are retesting previous high. This is also today's highest volume node, just above that. So this is a magnet area for price. Let's see how this performs. Let's go 30-minute chart. That's look up the 60-minute chart. So. 63 points. $45 so far. No, now it's more. 48. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Vodka. This is cafe. I know. It's all good. All good. So this candle here formed a fair value gap. This also closed back inside Friday's range, and we are below U.S. session, today's U.S. session open. So also below the midpoint of the day in V1. So we have point of control, previous high, VWAP, midpoint, open. You'll probably see a little bit of rotation throughout this area. On the 4-hour chart, we're looking like we're retracing the previous 4-hour candle. It might be moving to see if there's any liquidity below the low there. $301. $94.75.
Order submitted.
So I'm using this untested wick, which is a little bit different from the wick test. As a interesting area to enter. We'll see if it picks me up. I am going to cut my position size in half though, and I'm just going to scalp it if it does take it. We are 12 minutes away from the bottom of the hour, and at 10:30 we do lock in the initial balance. Initial balance is the high and low of the first hour of trading in the US session. So we are trading right in the range.
Order submitted.
Why did I only get one contract in? Okay. That was weird. For some reason, Ninja only showed that it was one contract. I don't know if that was just it took profit that fast that I only saw the one contract, but looks like all 5 contracts take profit. So you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they all hit that 43 tick mark. So puts me at 191.70 for the day. Not bad.
Mirrors on the wall, staring back at me. Stranger in the hall, frozen by the scene. Portraits seem to fade.
Nice. Good for you. Just so you know, this stream is on a delay, so be careful if you do that. I wouldn't recommend trying to copy these trades in a live environment or even in an evaluation account, just because there is a delay in the stream. I don't know how many seconds it is, but I know there is a delay. So, but nice job. So that particular trade, like I said, I was testing this wick. So this is a untested wick because price broke below it and had not retraced it. So I was looking for a little bit of a reaction when price came back to it. I did get that, but as you saw, I changed my position size to half of what I normally do, and I just scalped it. I wasn't looking for it to continue down and run, you know, the full 163 ticks like I have on my main strategy. But those, yeah, these are usually good for a nice scalp or two. And that actually worked out perfectly for me. But as you can see, price is starting to push right back up. So again, that kind of confirms my decision to reduce size and just scalp it, because this is still overall an uptrend day based on, you know, the price action. So we just happen to be rotational here at the open of the US session. So you have an inverted fair value gap here, but I don't like that one because when you measure it, you measure that move, that's not in the discount area. This gap's in the discount area. So I'm thinking this move here, coming back to this area, might be good for another short. I just wasn't confident enough to take this short off of this fair value gap. And as you can see, it did get inverted. So, and I wouldn't want to take the inversion long because this fair value gap's in discount, and this is probably, as you can see, where it turned around. It poked in there and turned around here. So that was my whole reasoning for not taking that trade there. Generally, I like to take these inverted setups, which I would have taken long at the close of this candle, but I didn't because of this. Oh, no problem. You done for the day? Haha, good man.
Tell me what's the point if I lose myself? Spend a couple days with nobody else, holding in my breath just to see if I can find you in my dreams. Oh, I'm getting tired of losing faith in everything I see. The beauty in the stars above have lost their hold on me. 'Cause I'm a sinner, I'm not a saint, a heart of a winner. So why do I turn away? Somewhere in the deepest blue, I will find you.
So it is 2 minutes after the bottom of the hour, so 10:32. Initial balance is set. So these two levels will not be changing for the rest of the day. 377.25 is the initial balance high. 19,222 is the initial balance low. $74 is settlement. 74.50.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order canceled.
First target hit.
Order canceled.
That's okay. I'll take it. That was 7 ticks on the stop out of the trailing stop. First 3 contracts got the full 43 ticks. Puts me at 263.50 on the day per account. Keep going. I'll be back in a moment. Back. So that last trade, I entered on the close of this candle. What I did was I put my order at the low of this previous candle. So that would have been a wick test. You get the long tail. This bar engulfs that. So when this candle opens, goes back and retest it. I did take a quick scalp, brought my stop down. And then you saw it came back and took the stop out. So, and again, this actually is showcases why I tend to bring my stops back or tighten up real quick, especially in markets like this where the price is very rotational. I try not to marry a bias. You know, the market's going to do what it wants to do despite what I think it should do. So, no longer going to try to enforce or impose my will on the market since it's doesn't care what I think. My job is to just find an exploit and take advantage of it. I'm just looking for pennies in the grand scheme of things in this market. I don't need the whole move. I don't need all the move. I'm not trying to make $10,000 a day in an account. Build up 20 accounts, make $10,000 a day. That's the way to do it. But base hits. All right. 15 minutes left in the 60-minute candle. And it looks like we're not able to get back to this low. So this continued move up is looking more likely, depending on how this candle closes, of course. But we haven't gotten back to this low yet, so this is the direction that we should be looking. 30-minute candle. Higher lows so far. Again, that's evidence to the upside so far. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here.
I got lost at night under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find under the stars up in the sky. I got lost at night.
Ooh, missed it by 4 ticks.
Directions
Here we go. Reversal candle. Right off of that 5-minute fair value gap. Here comes this low. 41.25. No, 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 no. Can't do that.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order canceled.
First target hit. We are now testing initial balance low. And I'm probably should tighten up around here.
Order canceled.
And I will. Keep it right above initial balance.
Order
Third
canceled.
target hit. I'm going to move this down to settlement or just above it. Nice. We'll start to trail this a little more and put this just outside that fair value gap. And tighten up as we need to. I don't want to give too much back on this last contract, but I do want to try to give it room to make it to where it needs to go. Start to tighten a little more. Starting to see some.
Order canceled.
I'm happy. So 145 ticks on that last runner. Not a bad haul. First target was 43, second target was 83, third target was 123, and then, like I said, 145 ticks on the final contract. So, would it have gotten back to settlement? Probably. We do have this gap here that was showing that it was offering support to price. So, and as you can see, I probably, if I had not moved my stop, definitely would have been stopped out here for less of a gain on that last runner. So that was my reasoning. So why I entered that trade. So you got a fair value gap between this bar, and this bar. My entry was 38. So 38. So the low of this candle was 38. So when this candle closed, I saw that it came up and tested it. I was looking for a test of this wick, which it actually gave me. That's where I wanted to enter, 53.50. So not a wick test, but an untested wick. And this went to 54. So that would have actually ticked me in there, but I hesitated and I waited. So when I saw price moving back down, I decided to sell the close of this candle, 38, and then obviously you saw the result. Did give me a little bit of heat, which I expected it to, but overall it worked out quite nicely. So I'm happy with that.